Hello, this is my close reading of No Second Joy by William Butler Yeats. So let's start with the title, No Second Troy. Troy, this is referring to the Trojan War, which was inspired when Helen of Sparta was taken away by Paris of Troy, and Helen's people rallied in her defense and started a bloody 9-year war because of her. And so now, William Butler Yeats. Also, this poem was written in 1912. I just know because I looked it up. So anyways, William Butler Yeats. William Butler Yeats was an Irishman. And this plays a big role in this poem. And he was also, another thing I know about him is that he was very passionate about a girl named Maud Gonne. Maud Gonne was the love of William's life, and despite his love for her, she rejected it. She rejected it all throughout her lifetime. William proposed to her at least 4 times, and she denied him every single time. And I know that also that he incorporates this passion for her in his poetry. So we'll see if that has a play in this poem. So let's start with this opening phrase. Why should I blame her that she filled my days with misery? Well, her. This could be alluding to Maud Gonne, because obviously by denying his love constantly, that filled Yeats' days with misery. Or that she late have taught to ignorant men most violent ways. What? Why would she be teaching ignorant men most violent ways? Well, Maud, on top of denying William's love, was also an Irish fanatic and wanted desperately to separate Ireland from Great Britain, because at the time of this poem, Ireland was still a part of the United Kingdom, and it wouldn't be until 1916, 4 years after this poem is written, until the Irish Revolution takes place. So, anyways, back to the poem. Or that she would of late have taught to ignorant men most violent ways. Well, she, being Maud, could also teaching ignorant men violent ways. She could be teaching her people, the people of Ireland, to revolt. I can't spell. Revolt against Britain. But now we can look at the same line to a different lens, in that she could be referring to Helen of Sparta and how she taught ignorant men, ignorant men being the people of Greece, most violent ways being the Trojan War. So it is here in the second phrase that Yeats first compares Maud Gonne to Helen of Sparta, and this plays a big role throughout this poem. Anyways, or hurled the little streets upon the great. Little streets. The little streets could be referring to Ireland, and how Ireland could turn great because of this, because of Maud Gonne's teachings. Had they but courage equal to desire. They is referring to these ignorant men up here. So they could have done it if they had courage equal to desire. Basically, this or right here, this separates the comparison between Maud Gonne and Helen of Sparta, because Helen of Sparta, her ignorant men, their courage was equal to their desire, and they fought the Trojan War, and they fought for her teachings to get her. But Maud Gonne's people, their courage is not equal to desire. They're not ready. They're not ready to fight the Irish Revolution. They're not ready to go against Great Britain. They're not ready to follow her. What could have made her peaceful with a mind that Nobilis made simple as a fire? This is a very interesting simile right here. Nobilis made simple as a fire. Fire, by nature, it burns. I can't spell burns. Well, there we go. It is a one-track thing. That's all it does, by nature. We as humans can manipulate that to our advantage, but fire itself is one track. And so, her here is Maud Gonne, not Helen of Sparta, because this or separates it. This her is Maud, and only Maud. Maud's nobleness is simple as fire, meaning that Maud is narrow-minded, that she is a fanatic for her teachings. That's all she thinks about. With beauty like a tightened bow. This is another interesting simile that has an interesting connection with the above one. A tightened bow is not something conventionally viewed as beautiful. Let me draw one for you with my artistic skills. So this is a guy, and this is his tightened bow. Now if we notice this tightened bow right here, tightened bow, it is ready to fire an arrow. Emphasis on the word fire. A kind that is not natural in an age like this. Maud Gonne's beauty is not Maud Gonne is born before her time. Her people are not ready for her type of beauty. Her beauty is a tightened bow. In this time, Maud Gonne's time, 1912, up here. In Maud Gonne's time, bows are uncommon. Bows aren't viewed as beautiful by Maud Gonne's people. So Maud's people are not ready for her. Maud is born in the wrong time period. And Maud Gonne's beauty being a tightened bow is also similar to Helen's beauty. Helen's beauty is also a tightened bow. Back in Helen's time, people loved tightened bow beauty, and that's why her people followed her to the Trojan War. But not Maud Gonne's. So anyways, being high, solitary, and most stern. These words are referring to Maud Gonne's beauty. But Maud Gonne's beauty also equals Helen's beauty, which is very interesting. What could she have done being what she is? Was there another Troy for her to burn? Now this is very interesting, because these two lines here, the rest of this whole poem is an iambic pentameter, except for these two lines right here. And this is because of the repetition of the word being is in both of these lines, and it both prevents the poem from being an iambic pentameter. And Yeats obviously did this on purpose. So as he is emphasizing the word being, this means he is referring that Maud is born like this. She wasn't raised like this, she was born She was born high, solitary, stern. She was born like Helen. And Yeats doesn't blame her for the misery that she causes him, because he understands that what else is she to do if her people do not follow her? Was there another Troy for her to burn? Troy, Great Britain. This line is concluding the theme that the Irish Revolution will not be a second Troy, referring all the way back to the title, given full loops. It's a full loop, guys. That the Irish Revolution will not be a second Troy, because Helen and Maud Gonne, despite the similarity in beauty, the people, Maud Gonne's people, are not ready to accept her teachings like Helen's people accepted hers. And that Helen's teachings will not prevail. Because this poem is written before the Irish Revolution happens. And as we can obviously tell now, Yeats was wrong in this prediction. But that doesn't take away from the overall beauty of this poem. So overall, this poem it's a good poem, but it has lots of complex allusions that you really have to learn about William Butler Yeats to truly understand the meaning behind this poem. And for that reason, I do not like it, because I do not like looking for complex allusions, because it made my job analyzing this poem a lot harder. So anyways, this concludes my close reading of No Second Troy by William Butler Yeats. I am very nervous, but I hope you like it. Goodbye.